Albania joined the NDC Partnership and committed to update and enhance its NDC in 2020. During the revision process, the Ministry of Tourism and Environment has collaborated closely with the Ministry of Finance and Economy, the Ministry of Infrastructure and Energy, UNDP, FAO, international consultants, the private sector, as well as with the civil society, in order to engage all of them and to be sure that their interests were taken into consideration and incorporated in the revised NDC. Through the revised NDC, Albania aims to increase its mitigation ambition by expanding the sectors that are considered and at the same time to include adaptation measures, especially related to coastal areas and agriculture. Albania's revised NDC presents an enhanced ambition corresponding to a 20.9% emission reduction compared to 11.5% of the first NDC. Also, the revised NDC covers gases other than CO2, such as methane, F-gases, etc., that were not included in the first NDC. Covers all emission sectors: energy, industrial processes, agriculture, LULUCF, and waste. The first NDC only covered energy and industrial processes. Furthermore, include climate change adaptation measures and aims to mainstream climate change adaptation into relevant development and sectoral strategies. Also, mainstreams gender into NDC action. As regards its implementation, the Albanian government will mobilize as much as possible all its adequate institutional, technical, and financial capacities for the implementation of our NDC. Albania will also prioritize climate financing strategy and will put more efforts to engage also the private sector. The Ministry of Tourism and Environment and the Interministerial Working Group on Climate Change are committed to play a key role in this process.
In line with the global and regional commitments and national priorities, the Interministerial Working Group on Climate Change in Albania, which coordinates all institutions involved in climate change, facilitated the process to revise our NDC. The Ministry of Tourism and Environment utilized whole of government and whole of society efforts in producing the revised NDC. Based on the revised NDC, an action plan has been drafted in consultation with the line ministries. During this process, bilateral meetings and workshops with the participation of the working group and stakeholders were organized to gather insights regarding the development of an action plan for the revised NDC. This action plan defines an overall implementation strategy, including all objectives of the plan, the institutional roles and responsibilities, and the implementation steps, as well as it provides specific action plans for mitigation and adaptation. In the mitigation and adaptation action plans, details are provided for each of these priority measures regarding the required actions, the time frame, the budget, and the responsible institutions. As part of the Climate Action Enhancement Package, different donors such as FAO, GIZ, IRENA, and UNDP supported the government's efforts to enhance the revision process by including additional sectors and increasing the ambition of the sectorial targets, as well as raising awareness on climate change among local communities in the country. During the revision process of our NDC, FAO supported the Ministry of Tourism and Environment in ensuring that young people, particularly those from rural areas that are highly vulnerable from the impacts of climate change, contributed meaningfully to the identification of adaptation actions through several awareness-raising and capacity-building workshops. Engaging young people in climate actions and campaigns was on the focus of this process. We made sure that they were not involved for the sake of engagement only, but that their involvement would be beneficial for everyone. Youth engagement was needed, and in this process was in the heart of policy making. It was important to actually listen to young people, and we didn't use them just to market or to promote our work, as this does not constitute real engagement, and instead can further distance between policymakers and young people. We encouraged them not to give up and to be brave, because their thoughts matter, their future matters, and they can make the difference.